Hi everyone, Flaming Footy here and welcome back to another YouTube video on the channel. And today guys, we are going to be ranking every AFL 2022 Guernsey. So in this video, we are going to be ranking home, clash and Indigenous. So pretty much, you may see there's actually a lot of Guernseys on this list. We're only going to be ranking the home Guernseys from this list. Then we're going to be moving on to the clash and then to the Indigenous. So Indigenous will be last. And of course home are first. Let's go ahead, get right into things now. Again, I'm going to search for the home, for the first home jumper, which is Port Adelaide. So I'm just going to move it up. And I mean, it's a nice jumper. It is definitely clean, but I'm going to put it in good. I like it. The teal, the white, fantastic. We're not going to make too much of a comment because we don't want this to be too long. Now, I believe this will be Sydney's home. And I've put it in clean. And I'm going to leave it in clean as well. I'm going to leave that one in clean. Melbourne's home, I'm also going to put in clean as well. Now, I did actually make a video, I think it was just a month or so ago, about ranking the Guernseys. But yeah, we're back again. Why not? Now, I did skip West Coast home. I don't mind West Coast. It's okay. I like how they got the eagle, but again, not the biggest fan. Carlton's home, again, not the biggest fan either of that one. Gonna go to Gold Coast again. Not a massive fan, and in fact, I'm gonna probably move. I'm gonna leave West Coast now. They've got Hawthorne. Don't mind Hawthorne, but I'm gonna put them at the start of okay. So this is just okay. But yeah, anyway, St Kilda, I do really like their home Guernsey. You may see in this photo it does look a little bit uneven, but still great. Like, yes, there may not be a lot of white in the middle, but still fantastic. Now Collingwood, I'm also a fan of theirs. Now, you may be like, yes, you're a fan of Collingwood, but not Hawthorne. Explain this to me. Colours just can be very different and work differently on different Guernseys, and I have that with Collingwood versus Hawthorne. GWS, they do have a great Guernsey. Again, controversial that they changed it. I actually don't think the change was too bad. Adelaide have one of the best Guernseys in the competition. Yes, I am an Adelaide fan, but I mean, yes, maybe a little bias, yes, I'll say that, but yeah, Richmond, the yellow and black sash, you can't go past it, nor Essendon's red and black, they just work so well. Now, North Melbourne's home, I'm not sure about this one. I'm going to put it in clean, but still having thoughts on this one. I don't know if I like it how it's all white, or majority white, but yeah, Freo, they've also got one of my favourite Guernseys in the league as well. I just love the chevrons up at the top. We have got Geelong to go. And I'm going to put theirs in clean. It's a clean effect. You get a clean effect from their Guernsey. And we're going to chuck the Dogs home on there. Well, we actually missed Brisbane's home somehow. Brisbane have probably the best Guernsey in the competition. Their line just looks amazing. I'm actually going to chuck West Coast up as well. Not love, but don't mind their Guernsey. The Bulldogs, their Guernsey is good as well. And what we're going to do is we're going to chuck on GWS's 2 as well. We're going to go this one, which I put in okay. I put them both in okay. So that is the home Guernseys. Brisbane, Adelaide, Fremantle in very good S. In good A, Western Bulldogs, Port Adelaide, St Kilda, GWS, Richmond and Essendon, which I'm actually going to put Essendon above Richmond. Then we go into clean, which is B, which is Sydney, Melbourne, Collingwood, North Melbourne, West Coast and Geelong. And then we go into okay, which is C, Hawthorne, Carlton, Gold Coast, and then these two GWS. I'm not sure if they both feature in the clash. Now, though, it is time to move on to the clash Guernseys. Alright, so here we are. Oh, I forgot to go into presentation mode. Alright, so here we are with the clash jumpers. So, of course, they should be in order. So, let's go. Let's start. So, Adelaide's clash Guernsey, I'm going to put in B. Not a fan of the red, but again, still good. Now, Brisbane, I do really like their clash. I'm going to put it in A. The gold line. The line on it is really significant for me. Really significant. And I'm actually going to chuck Adelaide down. See, Carlton, I hate their clash Guernsey. It just, the white C with only a blue outline it just makes the Guernsey basically all white pretty much. And yeah, I'm not really a big fan of that. Collingwood, don't mind it. They're going to go into B, I reckon, for me. I don't mind their Clash Guernsey. Essendon, I'm going to put theirs in C. I was a fan of it at the start. Not really sure if I am anymore, but I still don't mind it. Freo, they do have a great Clash Guernsey as well. It's just swapped. The purple becomes the chevrons instead of the white on a white base. Gold Coast, I'm not a big fan of theirs either. The blue, they just don't really have a lot of blue on their logo to really make a Guernsey out of it, if you get what I mean. Geelong, they're Geelong. I don't really know what their Clash Guernsey, to be completely honest, is, because it's basically the same. The hoops might be a little bit different, but pretty much the same as their home. And I believe I put Geelong's in B, so into B it goes. GWS's, I don't think GWS's is that great, especially that photo there. Don't really like it. So I'm going to say they can accompany Carlton in D. Hawthorne, don't mind it. Don't mind it at all. I'm going to put that in a B. Melbourne, love it. Love it, love it, love it. In fact, we've got to get some into S, actually. We've got to get some into S. And, yeah, Brisbane's goes into S. Melbourne stays in A. North's is amazing. I love the kangaroo. Now, I will be a little bit mean to the top part. There isn't a lot. The stripes don't go up to the top, but look, it's a great Guernsey. Maybe just because of that, I might put it in A. Not sure. Port Adelaide, they will also accompany GWS and Carlton in D. I just do not like the colours, unfortunately, for them. And Richmond, I'm going to put theirs end of B, start of C. I'll be nice and put them at the end of B. St Kilda, I actually love this one. Love the design and everything like that. Love the red, black and white. It's been used fantastically. Going to give it an A. Sydney, not a big fan of this one. So I can confidently put it above Essendon and Gold Coast, but not the biggest fan. West Coast, don't mind their away either. Clash, and the Western Bulldogs, don't mind it at all. So that is the Clash Guernseys. And now we are going to be going on to probably the part that you've been waiting for, the Indigenous Guernseys. Now, I did make a 25-minute video going over them. I know that's long, so we're just going to quickly go over them again here. Alright, so here we are for the Indigenous Guernseys. Now, this ranking may be a little bit different to the ranking that you saw a few days ago. Just because, yes, people do change their opinions, and I may have changed mine a little bit on a few of these Guernseys. So, Adelaide, they do have a phenomenal Guernsey, a brilliant Indigenous Guernsey. And some teams really do create brilliant. Now, of course, they're all brilliant because, like, it's something out of the ordinary. And it's a lot better than what we see. Of course, they're regular Guernseys, and they're just fantastic. I'm going to put Brisbane's in B. Carlton, I think they've got an amazing one as well. I don't know if it's above Adelaide, but I just do like. Not sure if the Carlton in the middle really massively stands. Like, it just doesn't sink back. It kind of comes to the front, but again, looks phenomenal. It looks amazing. Collingwood, not the biggest fan of this one. Now, it is one of my lesser, if that's a word, one of my not so favourites. Again, compared to some of the other works of art that we have here, this one's still great, but yeah, not as good as some others. Essendon's does look cracking. I still rate this one quite high, actually. I love the little red, I don't even know what you call it, like border highlight kind of thing. I feel like it looks, anyway, better than Richmond's Dreamtime at the G. For Freo, though, I do like Freo. Freo's can go in B as well, at the start of B. I do like Freo's as well. Geelong, never been a real fan of this one. They've kept it for a few years now. Haven't been the biggest fan of it, and still won't be the biggest fan of it either. But yeah, I'm going to put Geelong's there. Gold Coast, don't mind theirs. I'm going to put theirs in C though. Or, yeah, I'm probably going to put theirs in C. At the start of C though. And I'm going to put Geelong's above Collingwood. GWS do have a good one this year. I do think they've got an absolute beauty. Do I want to put it above Freo? I'm not going to put it above Freo, but again, fantastic. Oh, nah, have to put it above the Dockers. It does look amazing. In fact, got to give it an A. We're going to have to wait which teams can get into the S category. And if you've already watched my Indigenous ranking video, you'll probably know. Hawthorne, not a fan of this one, unfortunately. not really enough going on compared to some of these Guernseys, like when you talk about Melbourne, North Melbourne, St Kilda, Adelaide, Carlton, Essendon, GWS, Brisbane. Just the Hawthorne one just doesn't have enough going on to make it stand out. Now, Melbourne is one of my favourites. I do actually have it tied first pretty much. Melbourne's looks amazing, fantastic, and so does North Melbourne's. These two, and they're actually going to be going head-to-head in these jumpers, which is fantastic. Yes, it's not going to be a great game of footy unless if North Melbourne pull off the impossible, but yes, these two are going to look stunning. North's fantastic. The white fade on the outside, the jumpers looks amazing. And Melbourne, they've just done a brilliant job with theirs as well. Now, Port Adelaide's, unfortunately enough, doesn't really go that great. It's just a little bit, there's not really a lot about it that really excites me. Richmond, again, not a fan of theirs either. I think Essendon's is better. Essendon's got a lot more going on than Richmond. Now, Richmond have kept their sash, if you've been interested in this. Richmond have kept their sash as they normally would. Essendon have gone for more sort of their vertical, older kind of sash. Now, St Kilda, still not a fan of this one. I do rate it higher than, I do put it above Geelong though. So it's gone from being my least favourite to 18, 17, 16, 15, 14 to being 14. So that's a pretty decent jump for St Kilda. Again, it's still not my favourite, but like it's better than what I first thought of it anyway. Now Sydney, I'm going to put Sydney's in B, I reckon. And I'm going to I'm going to put it in B, actually. Because I don't mind all the yellow, brain fade. I don't mind all the red, but again, not sure about the blue. The blue does show like connections and all that, but they may be going up against a blue team called Carlton with this jumper. So yes, yes, but I still don't mind the blue. Now West Coast is not bad, but like it's not great either. So again, I don't mind it, but yeah, they've kept the same designs last year. Don't mind it, but yeah. And the Dogs, they'll go into B for me as well. Don't mind their design. It looks pretty cool. Red, white, and blue. That's what you need to have on it as it's your team colours. Fantastic crop of Guernseys this year for the Indigenous. Now, North Melbourne and Melbourne are tied, so we'll just give North Melbourne some time at the front now as well. But yeah, fantastic. Yeah, that's my ranking though. I reckon S, Melbourne, North Melbourne, Adelaide, Carlton, Essendon, GWS all share A. While B goes to Fremantle, Sydney, Western Bulldogs, and Brisbane. And C is West Coast, Richmond, Gold Coast, St Kilda, Geelong, Port Adelaide, Hawthorne, and Collingwood. If I had to pick a few there that would go down to D, though, it would probably be Hawthorne and Collingwood and maybe even Port Adelaide. But that is this Guernsey video. We've ranked every Guernsey of 2022 in just under 14 minutes. So that's amazing. You guys can let me know which Guernsey is your favourite. Do you like the new Indigenous Guernseys? What about Home Clash? Everything like that. So thank you guys all so much for watching. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe and hit that notification bell. Then you guys will never miss another video on the channel. Thank you guys all so much for watching. So bye everyone. Flaming Footy out.